Hello, everyone. This is a summary of the third daf of Likkutei Torah, Parshas Pekudei. This mimer is titled Pekudei Mishkan, Mishkan Edus, etc., which is the very first pasuk of Parshas Pekudei. And it asks a few questions in the parsha, and then explores a topic about the Mishkan itself, that how can it be? The whole purpose of the Mishkan was for the dwelling of Hashem's presence. How does that make sense when Hashem is everywhere? So how can Hashem be in one place in where the Mishkan is, but on the same side, on the other side of the coin, Hashem is really everywhere. Hashem fills the heavens and the earth. So the Alter Rebbe explains that really when we say that Hashem is revealing himself in the Mishkan, in the tabernacle, it means a revelation of Hashem, meaning obviously Hashem's everywhere, but he's not revealed everywhere. And in this lowest world, there's a lesser revelation of Hashem's presence in the world. And so the whole idea of Hashem desiring a dwelling place in this lowest world, what's called the Dir B'Tachtonim, is that Hashem should be dwelling himself in a specific place, meaning that he's revealing himself down here in this world. And the way we accomplish that is obviously through Torah mitzvahs, but also through pushing away evil and not listening to our yetzer hara, our evil inclination, and push away the evil inclination. And then we can transform the negativity into positivity, the darkness into light, which is the whole idea of the Hasidic concepts called Etkefia, pushing away, and Hathapka, transformation. That was the first chapter. The second chapter was talking about the name of Hashem, Yud-Kei-Vav-Kei, the Tetragrammaton. And very fascinatingly, we learned how the first two letters of Hashem's name is actually the source of the 365 negative commandments, the commandments of not doing, of omission. And the last two letters of Hashem's name, Vav and He, those are the 248 positive mitzvahs. So we see from here that really the negative mitzvahs are from a higher level. And we explained how we went a little further in depth on the positive mitzvahs, which are lower level. Essentially what is happening there is we are creating vessels, 248 limbs of the king, so to speak, which are vessels for Hashem's vitality and godliness and holiness to flow into the world, just like a human has 248 limbs, and that the person's soul, from the essence of the soul, it flows into each of the 248 limbs. And then in the last chapter, the third ice of the mimer, so thus far at least, of today's session, of today's daf, we learned about the negative mitzvahs, the higher level mitzvahs, that through not doing something, we're actually able to draw something even higher. And we explained the reason for that is because the godly light and godliness that comes from that not doing a mitzvah, it's so much higher because we can't even create a vessel in this world to allow it to flow down. So all we can do is simply stand back and not get in the way, so to speak, for this godliness to flow down. And it's we spoke about how Chachma, which is the Yud of Hashem's name, Yud-Kei-Vav-Kei, is really, on one hand, it is me'ayin timatzeh, meaning it is really almost so lofty, it's almost connected to Hashem's infinite nothingness and infinite vastness. But on the other hand, is the beginning of the revelation of God's attributes. So it's kind of that light switch that goes from darkness to light. And that is how we're able to connect to God, specifically through relating to him in the negative. Just like if you want to really describe Hashem's essence, you can't say Hashem is great, Hashem is this, Hashem is that, because then you're already limiting Hashem to a certain extent. So specifically through what's called shlila, through saying that Hashem is not wise, meaning he's not wise like we're wise, his wisdom is something beyond that we can't even relate to, then that's the only time where you're actually able to describe Hashem, but only because you're describing what he is not. And that opens the possibilities for us to tap into the infinite that we're not even able to relate to in this world. And that's the idea of the negative mitzvahs, how through not doing an action, we're able to bring down and relate to Hashem in the highest level possible. Hope you enjoyed. Have a wonderful day.